the type of budget. Increase the cash at the beginning. For the first quarter, it was 450. This is how they started the year, 2012. So we add to it the receipt, the collection. The collection from customers, as we said, it is nothing but what we had in Schedule 1, which is the 820,000. Whatever they have collected during that quarter and whatever they have collected from previous quarters. So the total cash available is the summation, 1,270,000 dirham. Moving to the disbursement, where do they pay? They paid in direct material. In Schedule 3, they paid the amount of 194. They paid, again, in addition to the direct material, they paid the direct labor hours, that's 336,000. They paid for the manufacturing overhead, that's 274,000. They paid for selling and administrative expense, that's 395,000. And of course, during each quarter, they have purchased equipment for their operation. And that purchase of equipment, they tried their best to keep it constant at 75,000 dirham per quarter. So each quarter they purchase the same amount of equipment. So the total disbursement during the first quarter, for example, was 1,274,800 dirham. This amount that they paid during the first quarter, once you compare it to the cash available, they have realized that during the first quarter, they are facing a shortage of cash of 4,800 dirham. During the budget, since we are talking a cash budget, the management decided during the first quarter to borrow from banks during the first quarter 450,000 dirham. Again, they have planned to borrow from the bank as well 250,000 dirham during the second quarter, all of which will be repaid at the end of the year in the fourth quarter. So looking at the first quarter, they have a shortage of 4,800 dirham. They borrowed 450, so what they have in their accounts now is nothing but the summation, which is 450 minus the shortage, which is 445 dirham. During the last quarter, the fourth quarter of the year, they have to repay the 700,000 that they borrowed during the first quarter and the second quarter. And on this 700,000, they have to pay interest of 35,000. Of course, the bank will give them the money, but the bank will have to charge interest at the end of the year. So for them, reaching the end of the year, they have a shortage of overall amount that they have to pay 700,000 and they have to pay 735,000. If we look at the total excess and shortage during the year, we have during the first quarter a shortage of 4,800 dirham. They have 76,000 in the second quarter. They have a surplus of 565 during the third quarter, and they have an excess of 768,000 during the fourth quarter. This is the cumulative cash available for them. This is the cumulative number after working on the first, second, third, and fourth quarter. This amount, 768,000, they have to pay from it 700,000 to pay back the loan, and the 35,000 in terms of interest. They are left with the amount of 735,000. They are left with 33,400. This 33,400 is the amount of 768 minus the 700 that they have paid, which is 68,400, minus the interest that they have paid. So for the end of the year, they are closing their cash balance with 33,400 dirham. This is very important when it comes to the cash budget. It will tell the company exactly when they will face a shortage, when they should borrow, and when they have to pay back the borrowing, and how much cash is left on hand, and how much cash is available at each one quarter.